Hi, I'm Debbie Chronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today because I want to show you this amazing set that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. It will be in our new annual catalog in 2021, but now if you're a demonstrator, you can order this. If you're not a demonstrator and you really want to order it, get in touch with me and I can sign you up and you can order it. That's the great advantage of being a demonstrator. You get to order things early. So this won't be out until April, May, and until May. And so, but if you're a demonstrator, you can order it early. So this is the stamp set. It's called the Butterfly Brilliance, and that's what the bundle is called. And it has one amazing stamp. So look at this stamp. It's huge. But these butterflies cut apart because they have dies. So these are the dies, and they're all hooked together. So you cut it all at once, and the butterflies cut apart. They cut separately. So, and then it also comes with these dies, and this is just a little die that's going to cut like holes in the paper. This is going to emboss this one on your paper, and this one cuts out bricks. So it's amazing. They're really cute dies, and each one, these cut like this. So they cut an outline type thing that could go over top of your original die cut image. So they're really cute. So today, that's what I am going to be using. And I am going to show you two cute projects that I made. So let me turn you down to my desktop and we'll go ahead and get this. Oh, let me show you the paper. The paper that comes with it. There is a paper called Butterfly Bayou. Let me see, I thought I had them out here, but I don't. Okay, so let me turn you down to my desktop, then you can see my hands, okay? Hang on. Let's get you up. I think right about there is good, if that stays. Okay, not too bad. Okay, this is the little box that I made with it, and this uses our Love You Always treat boxes. They come like this in a big package, and they are currently on back order, but I'm sure they'll be back in stock before long. And that's what I used to make this cute little treat box that you could put some goodies in. And it's also an easel card. So it's a treat box with an easel card. So I'm going to show you how to make that. Okay, so let's get started. I also used Happy Thoughts stamp set. And this is in the 2021 January through June catalog. So the one that was just released in January, it'll be here through the end of June, I believe. And so, but this is available, and it's a really great set. It has lots of good greetings. So let's get started on this box. So this is the box, and I'm going to start, and this is the sleeve that it goes into. So I'm going to start with putting, I'm debating, do I want to put the box together first or do I want to put the sleeve? Let's see. Let's do the box. Okay, so this is going to be tricky a little bit. So I've cut all my papers. All the measurements of the papers will be on my blog because there's just too many different measurements for me to tell you and for you to write down. So, but there are basically two of everything. So let me grab my green glue here and let's get started putting these together. Let's get the box out of the way. We're not ready for that. So each one has a piece of Designer Series paper and a piece of Whisper White, or Basic White now. I'm still using up the end of my Whisper White, so, and it has This is Calypso Coral that I'm using with this, because the paper we're using has the yellow, has the, what's it called? It's called Bumblebee. I don't know why I have a hard time remembering that one. So, but it has those two colors in it. So that's what I'm using. I'm just going to attach the DSP to the Whisper White or Basic White, whichever you have. I love the new Basic White. It's brighter, which I'm really happy with. That's always been one of my complaints about Stampin' Up's white paper. It was not very bright, and so I'm glad they came out with the brightness on that Basic White. It wasn't planned, but it worked out well. And I haven't used it. I'm trying to get through my Whisper White first because I had quite a bit on hand. And so, but I understand that when you color with the Stampin' Blends, it's much brighter and the colors are just more vibrant. And so eventually I will get to that point. But in the meantime, this is what I'm using up. So, okay, so we have 3 of those done. And this is the last one. And it goes on the Whisper White. And then onto our Calypso Coral. Now, you want to be really careful with this because this is where it would be really easy to make a mistake. And I've already done it once. So this is the sleeve that the box is going to go into. And so I am going to attach this to the sleeve. The long ones get attached to the sleeve because they are going to be on the outside of the box. And that's where we want them. And then our short ones, let me get this other long one on here. And I'm just attaching it to the small section that's scored. You'll know where to put it. So this is a larger section. This is a smaller section. If your image is, if your DSP has a pattern, make sure that your pattern is going the right direction. So if you have butterflies, you don't want them flying upside down. So make sure that you attach that in the correct direction on both sides. Mine has no pattern, so that's good. Okay, then I'm going to come over here to my box, and this is easier to work with when it's flat. If you forget to do this, it's not the end of the world. You can do it afterwards. So I'm just going to attach this to that tab right there, and then this one is going to go over here on this side. So this is the bottom of my box right here, the outside bottom of the box. So these are the tabs that are going to fold up on the sides. So this box does not require any adhesive, which is wonderful. So let's go ahead and fold our box up. I'm going to get those 2 first because they're still moist. And that goes in, and this one goes the opposite direction. Okay, so this one comes in, this one comes in, and this one goes up. And it will refold if you need it to. If you fold it the wrong way, it's okay. So I'm going to fold all of these. This one is going to go up on the end, and then this one's going to come in, this one's going to come in. On these 2, they're going to come in. This one's going to come in, and I'm not going to fold the top one yet because I don't want it to get in the way when I'm trying to fold this together. Okay, so I'm going to fold that one out a little bit just so I have room to work. These 2, I need to fold that one out. And so these are going to come in the sides, and this will come over and just hold it a little bit until you can get it all together. And then these 2 will come in, and you're going to bring this up. And then this is the front bottom, the front section. And when you push that down, it's going to just kind of lock everything in place. Did you see that? And then this is going to come down. Now I can fold this. It's going to go away from the opening. And so if I bring it down, it'll go right in there and it locks right in. It makes a super sturdy box. And now I've got my 2 ends already done. I'm going to use a crocodile. We no longer carry this item, but it is the most amazing thing in the world. I mean, it punches through anything and everything. And I'm just going to punch a hole in the center of my box here on the side because I'm going to put a ribbon in there so it's easier to open. And I have taken a piece of white ribbon and just tied a knot in it. And then I'm just going to slip it through that hole. And that's always easier said than done. So I'm going to start it through, and then I'm going to take a pair of tweezers and push it the rest of the way through there and just pull it out on the other side. And there we have our little pull. Now if you want to anchor it down, you can. You could probably trim these off a little shorter and put a glue dot on either side, and that would just kind of anchor those down in there so that they won't be flopping. It's up to you. Okay, so let's put our box together now. So I'm just going to slip this one inside of its little shell. We'll take all the garbage out. All right, so now our sides are all covered and we have our pull. Okay, so let's start with our card. So we have a piece of Calypso coral, and this doesn't look like it was scored. Okay, let's score it. So this is 5.5. Let's make sure. It should be 5.5. It is by 4. Okay. It is. Okay, so then we're going to score it with a 5.5-inch side at the top. We're going to score it at 2 3/4, 4, and at 4 1/8, just like that. Okay, this is going to become the easel part of the card. So let's just crease those. And I want to do that with my bone folder just because I want a really good crease on these. Let's move him out of the way for now. Okay, so this is going to get adhered to the top of the box. So I'm going to use my green glue for that. You could use tear and tape, you can use Stampin' Seal Plus, anything that's going to hold it on there. Anything that you're comfortable with. So this gets attached to the top of the box here, just like so. And it should pretty much cover the box because it's the same size. All right, and then for the front, I have cut these pieces. I have my butterfly, which I cut out of the DSP because that die lines up perfectly with this sheet of DSP, and it'll cut out these 4 butterflies, this one, and this one. So 6 of them it'll cut out. So I've cut that out of there. And then I have some layers here that I'm going to use. So this is going to be the front of my card, and it's going to attach to here. And this should be 1/8 of an inch smaller. And just go like that. And then I'm going to put my DSP on the front. You guys all know Designer Series paper is DSP, right? Those are the initials that we use. It's a whole different language, isn't it? Okay, and then I'm going to attach this to the front of my box. So you can see I've scored it here. It was that score line. And I'm going to line these up, but I'm only going to put adhesive on this area. I am not going to put any adhesive on the top. And then I want to line this up with that edge. Just like that. It should line up all the way around perfectly. Okay, now I have my easel. All right, now let's finish decorating the top. So I'm going to attach a circle that I cut from the Stitch Shapes dies and just attach that right in there. And I'm going to put my butterfly on, and I'm going to put him on with glue dots. And I'm going to put a couple of glue dots right in the center of him. And I've kind of folded him so that he's kind of flat in the middle, because I want his wings to come up, to pop up. I think we need a yellow ribbon. Don't think I want Calypso Coral. Let me grab that yellow ribbon. A solid yellow or a bumblebee plaid? This is actually 1/4 inch gingham ribbon. I love this gingham ribbon. It's so pretty. We also have it in a mint macaron. Do I want that on there? Okay, we're going to put some opal rounds on it. The opal rounds they stick up quite a ways from the surface, so they are a perfect thing for this. So, oops, there went one. Oh, there's two. Okay, let's do it with our fingers. I'm going to put one there. Still didn't get that one. I'm going to put one inside, so let's put one here. And I'm just not sure what I want to do about this ribbon. The butterfly is so big that it almost doesn't. Let me make my bow a little smaller. Maybe that will do it. Cut the tails. And we'll just stick them on there. It is what it is, huh? I want a ribbon. All those who know me know that I love ribbons. Everything has to have a ribbon. Okay, we'll go there. Maybe we'll stay there. Okay, so inside, I've cut with the layering rectangle dies, I have cut 2 rectangles. One is the smallest, and then the other one is the next size up. And that is I'm going to stamp there with Calypso Coral. And I think I'm going to do the happy birthday. Do I want thinking? Nope, thinking of you I think will be too big. So let's do the happy birthday. And I think I need to re-ink that pad. And I stamped it on the wrong side. Good, I get another shot at it. Well, it's a little bit light. Let's see if we can get it a little bit darker. This pad feels like it opens like it's a new pad, but it doesn't stamp like it's a new pad, that's for sure. So a lot of times if your ink pads are getting low, if you go around the edges, because we don't usually stamp in the edges or pick up our ink in the edges. So sometimes if you just go around the edges, you can pick up enough for what you're doing at the time. Nope, no better. I think it needs re-inked. It's really a stiff one. Okay, so then I'm just going to attach this. And you know how I knew it was the wrong side, guys? This stitching looks better on this side. That's how I knew it was the wrong side. There's a downside. It's an upside and a downside. Good side and a bad side for the stitching. Okay. And then I'm going to attach this with dimensionals. Which are right here. So let's flip that over, because that's going to be what holds. This has to be on dimensionals, because that's what's going to hold my my card in place when you open it up. Those things appear everywhere, don't they? Okay, so I'm just going to put that right in here. So when my card comes down, we should put it straight, huh? Okay, there we go. Maybe that's where my bow goes, guys. let's pull that off there and stick the bow down here. That is adorable. Okay, that works. And then we'll put on a third little opal round up there. All right. So there is there are the two boxes. Are they adorable? I think so. Let me show you another card that I made with this set. Now that I've said that, I can't find the card. Here it is. And this one I used Thinking of You. But I used the smaller butterflies on this one and added a little bit of Wink of Stella to them, and then it just opens up like that. So it's just, because this is a 4 by 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 section in here, I didn't want to go too big with a butterfly or there'd be no room for my greeting. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you need any supplies, be sure to contact me at stampwithdeb.com, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.